I will never sail Virgin Voyages again. That is an actual quote from one of our fans we met while we were on board the Celebrity XL. So, what's our opinion? If you're an adult traveler looking for a kid-free escape, two of the biggest names you're likely to be considering are Celebrity Cruises and Virgin Voyages. On paper, they appear to be very similar, but in reality, they are worlds apart. Today, we're sharing our personal experiences and preferences to put them head-to-head in 8 critical rounds, from the tech in your pocket to the food on your plate and the infinite veranda controversy, and to help you recognize which will give you the best experience for your money. And stay tuned for the final round, which I think is the most important consideration you need to make. So, before we waste too much more of your most valuable investment, your time, let's dive in. Round 1, Embarkation. To quote Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music, let us start at the very beginning, which is a very good place to start. While it seems that embarkation isn't important to discuss, the experience you have while getting on board can really set the tone for your entire trip. Fortunately, both are very efficient and friendly. However, and I can't express this enough, get onto their respective apps and perform all your pre-boarding tasks. Take your selfie picture, upload your travel documents, set your boarding time, and complete your health checks. Getting all of this done in advance will minimize delays at embarkation and really help you to start your cruise off right. So round 1, a draw. They both have really good marks here. Round 2, technology. We live in a high-tech world, so the use of technology to make the most of your experience is important. Both cruise lines have apps for your phones which are very good at preparing for the embarkation process, reviewing schedules for events, booking restaurants and excursions, and keeping track of your onboard expenses. Virgin, however, has a few more features, including additional room controls such as Do Not Disturb, it's one of my favorites, the mood settings to adjust music and lights, and controls for the blinds. The Virgin app also allows you to have food delivered to you anywhere on the ship, and of course that's Shakeford champagne. We did find that the Celebrity app was more stable, but Virgin has updated their app since our last cruise, so we will reserve final judgment on that until we have had a chance to get on board again. Another point of technology comparison is the Celebrity Cruise Card versus Virgin Voyages bracelet. The cruise card has been the long workhorse for the cruise lines to give you access to your cabin, making onboard purchases, getting off and on the ship at ports of call. Virgin has replaced the cruise card with their wearable bracelet. Carrying around a cruise card could be a bit inconvenient, as a lot of cruise clothes just don't have pockets. So I always use a lanyard with an attached sleeve. But make sure you pack your own, as they are not free once you're on board Celebrity. On this point, the Virgin bracelet is more comfortable than wearing the lanyard all day, and you can keep it on no matter what you are doing, so you won't accidentally walk out of your cabin and leave it locked securely inside. Round 2, decision goes to Virgin. The additional app functionality and the bracelet win this category. Round 3, Stateroom. While your room will primarily be just for sleeping and getting ready for the day or the next event, it is still important, as it is a touch point for when you just need some time from the ship crowd. The Celebrity cabins have better storage. Yes, you're better off packing light, but on Celebrity you can store your luggage under the bed, and the closet and storage cubbies make very good use of the limited space. The Celebrity cabins also have a separate couch, where Virgin has the bed you can have converted into an L-shaped couch during the day. We like the Virgin couch, but frankly we prefer having both a couch and a bed throughout the day. Celebrity's bathroom layout is also better for storage and just maneuvering around in this small space. Although I do love Virgin's waterfall shower heads. Both ship cabins are nicely styled, but Celebrity has a bit more of a luxurious feel. The only beef we had with the Celebrity XL cabin was the infinite veranda. This style of balcony is a bit controversial, and we've encountered a lot of people who, like us, hate it, as well as many people who love it. As a matter of fact, on our cruise, we met another travel agent who thought he would hate it, and after his third day on board, he now prefers it over the traditional balconies. The benefit of it is that it adds a lot of living space to the room, with a sitting area that would normally be your balcony, privacy of your own room, and watch the sea go by through a massive window. And if you really want to experience the sea air, you just lower the window and lean out. We, however, prefer the traditional balcony on Virgin. It gives you the feel of a separate space to enjoy the sea air, not just a large open window. Also, one of us can relax on the balcony while the other is sleeping, as the blackout curtains are mounted on the inside of the Virgin balcony's door versus against the window of the Infinite Veranda. We also found that the AC didn't work if the Infinite Veranda was open, and after we returned from dive excursion, we couldn't set our scuba out to drain on the Infinite Veranda like we could on a separate balcony. Round 3. While we love the balcony on Virgin Voyages with their signature red hammocks, because of the storage, layout, and styling, we give this round to Celebrity. However, any future sailings we take on Celebrity will only be with a traditional balcony. And if you want to learn more about our thoughts on the Infinite Veranda cabin, be sure to check out this video. Round 4, Ship Design. Ship design and layout is very important for your cruise. It is the ship itself that sets the backdrop for your entire cruise experience. Celebrity has a classic cruise ship luxury look. The Grand Plaza on the Edge class or their atrium on the older ships are large, towering open spaces for cocktails and evening cabaret style shows. Their ships also sport large pools, sun decks, and solariums, perfect for those sun worshippers and those who just want to lounge with the sea in view. They also have traditional theaters to host large performances for your evening entertainment. Virgin has a modern mega yacht design. There are multiple interior and exterior spaces designed for relaxation, small stages for musical performances throughout the day, and the ships are designed to be very fitness-oriented with large exercise areas, a dedicated running walking track that's lifted away from the sun decks, and the perch for morning yoga, or to give you a magnificent view of the horizon at sunset. The theater, Red Room, and the club, the Manor, are smaller and multifunctional spaces for both stage and performances and social gatherings, such as their nightly themed parties. Round 4, it's a draw, and that will switch based on how you want to cruise. If you desire to relax in calm, elevated space, Celebrity is the easy choice. But if you want a more active social experience, then Virgin has the spaces for that experience. Round 5, dining. Now, if you're anything like me, this category is one of the most, if not the most important category in this list. I mean, most cruises, you just can't just jump off the ship and grab a bite to eat at the local cantina. Once on board, you get what you get. In this category, I found that Celebrity's main dining, and especially restaurants, to be very good. But I have a slight preference for Virgin's restaurants. However, I am willing to call that a draw, as many people would disagree with my assessment on this. Regardless, for your evening meals, both cruise lines really shine. The rest of the food category goes to Virgin. If you have watched my videos for a while, you will know that I am not a fan of the buffet. And Celebrity's Ocean View Cafe is not an exception. If the food was palatable enough for me to eat, then it was honestly forgettable. And there were several dishes that were memorable because I want to avoid them in the future. Just say no to the biscuits and gravy, folks. They do feature, however, near the end of the cruise itinerary, a seafood buffet. I passed on that, as the worst buffets I've ever experienced have been, in fact, seafood buffets. But a couple we met on board who generally liked seafood buffets said it was one of the best they ever had. So if that is something that appeals to you, keep that in Mind. Virgin Voyages, the The galley is more of a food hall concept where you have several stations that serve tacos, noodles, sushi, paninis, and other sandwiches, custom salads and burgers, most of which are prepared fresh. I have personally tried something from each of the stations, and I liked it all. And as far as the pastries and desserts, Ocean View Cafe just couldn't compete with those of the galley's offerings. Additionally, Virgin offers made-to-order quick bites that you can enjoy throughout the day while lounging in the dock house, or even up on the pool deck. Round 5, the food category, Virgin Voyages is the clear winner. Round 6, service. Celebrity, I think, has the edge here. The primary touch points of service is your room steward, dining and bars, and guest services when or if things go sideways. Cabin stewards on both cruise lines are efficient and friendly, and our stewards for both were proactive about finding out our needs and preferences and making sure we know how to get issues addressed. Additionally, we had very little need for guest services, so it's hard to pick a winner from that category, although we did have a minor issue on the XL, where they initially were unable to give us an accurate answer. That, however, we will chalk up to the fact that it was a new ship, so it was new staff that hadn't yet encountered the issue we raised. While both cruise lines offered a very high level of service for the evening meals, I give Celebrity the win here. The attention to detail and the efficiency of the service in the Celebrity's dining rooms was a cut above Virgin, even though I think Virgin food is better. Round 6, both cruise lines gave excellent service, but Celebrity edges out the win with their dining service. Round 7, entertainment. A signature feature of cruising is entertainment, and the variety of entertainment that can be found on cruise ships is as varied as the ships themselves. Virgin's is very eclectic and sometimes edgy. You will find acrobatic performances, variety shows, interactive dance performances, and a resident drag queen. They also have everyday intimate music performances of soloists, duets, trios, and small bands in the various spaces such as the Rotunda, the Dock House, Aquatic Club, and the Dock. There's also an onboard illusionist who will not only perform scheduled small group shows, but roam the ship performing close-up magic at random. The entertainment is not driven by a single cruise director, but by a cast of performers who go beyond the theaters and stages to create a flowy, interactive feel to the entertainment. And of course, you can't forget the themed parties with the Pajama Sail Away Party and Scarlet Night being the big events. Celebrity takes a much more traditional approach to their entertainment, with a cruise director driving the entertainment forward. So if you love that classic cruise show, you will love Celebrity. They use the theater to present nightly shows ranging from Broadway-style musical reviews to headlining concert performers and even comedians. Well, we had mixed feelings about the musical review. You can see our thoughts on that video there. The headliner was very good, and the comedic magician we thought we thoroughly enjoyed. While Celebrity is great for those who prefer to sit and be entertained, we give this round to the eclectic, interactive entertainment of Virgin. Round 8, vibe. This is the most important consideration for choosing which cruise line is best for you. We posted a recent video discussing the styles of cruising. You can check all the different styles of cruises in that video. But the difference between Celebrity and Virgin is a prime example of leisure versus excitement style cruising. Celebrity is clearly the more elegant of the two. The ship's architecture, art, and design elements are reminiscent of an upscale hotel. While they don't have a formal night, they clearly encourage a more thoughtful dress code for dinner. And Celebrity's overall approach to service, entertainment, seeks to reinforce the sense of sitting in the lap of luxury. Celebrity clearly falls into the leisure category. Virgin Voyages is more focused on social interaction and excitement. Most of the onboard spaces are smaller to create a more intimate and social feel. The entertainment is modern, edgy, and very interactive. They don't just expect you to sit and applaud. They try to draw you into the action. Virgin continues this with their daily themed parties, such as the Sail Away Pajama Party, the infamous Scarlet Night. Virgin's efforts to create a ship-wide buzz clearly lands them into the excitement category of cruising. Round 8, we love the social, interactive excitement of Virgin, so I give this round to them. But don't get me wrong, Celebrity does have opportunities for excitement and interactive fun, and you can certainly have a leisurely, luxurious experience on Virgin. But the wrong cruise line can leave you feel like you wasted your investment of time and money. Just like the fan I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So, which one is a better fit for you? Comment if you're Team Celebrity or Team Virgin and why. And if you are Team Virgin, check out in the description for our exclusive pricing on a March 2027 sailing of the Resilient Lady. These fares cannot be found on the Virgin Voyage website, and they include Sailor Loot and Bar Tab. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, nothing adventured, nothing gained.